Just quickly tweaking something on my end. I promise it won't take that much longer. Alright, should be ready to just jump right back into this. Livestream number 25. So yeah, had it not been for stupid music lag, I could have kept going for 25 whole live streams easily. This could have gone up to livestream number 25. So just to see like how long I've been playing, how many hours I have on this world. So yeah, if we do like 2.15 minus 0.66 since my last death, I wonder just how many hours I lasted before the first death. So if I do 0.66 times 24, I lasted about 35 hours before the lag spike from loading in the boss music and then dying to Crore. So yeah, it was 0.66 days since the last death, so I then went on to survive for another 15 hours on this world. Assuming that death would not have happened, I would have survived for another 15 hours, at least, and still counting. And I recently came across this thing. Heals holder while sticklers are active. This seems useful. So a weapon that can actually heal me. Yeah, Coniferon, and I had it in the bag. Still would have honestly been better off just keeping my distance from Coniferon for like the whole fight, but I had that in the bag, in all honesty. So I did very well in the Ancient Cavern, to say the least. Had that down like no problem. Now I'm just running out of space to keep more of my stuff at this point. I'm still eventually gonna have to do what I can see about all this stuff I'm just hoarding. Because I know I don't even use most of it anyways. Except there's something I need, but I've ran out of, so I'm gonna just go and run around the overworld for a bit, just to get myself some more wool, because I do need that to make padded cloth. I need wool for padded cloth, but I'm all out. So I'm going to have to quickly restock on wool. So I'm going to run around a bit, try and find some sheep, and then we can restock. I'll put the render distance down to 6 for the time being. Yeah, I got some pretty bad lag there, just trying to turn down the render distance of all things. Is there anything I can just close to make it run smoother? Anything I don't need to have running? Nitro boosts? Yeah, I noticed a couple days ago you gave the server a boost. So that means we can do more things than a server that doesn't have. And if more people start boosting, we get more perks. I mean, Discord has to make money somehow. I didn't even see that you gave it 2. I was wondering who the other server booster was, but no, you gave it 2. Nice. So I already got like 10 wool just now. I'm definitely gonna want more than that for the long run, because I can definitely see myself using up all that wool. I honestly don't know either. Sometimes I guess that's just how he is. Zombie in leather armor with enchanted leather armor. Not like I need any of that though. What's my goal right now? Right now I'm trying to just replenish my supply of wool, for starters. Because I ran out of that a while back. Yeah, I'm all out of wool, so I need to replenish that for sure. Can't really do much more without wool, because that gets used to make padded cloth, which is used in a lot of armor sets, so hence why I'm just going for it quickly. I need to be able to make armor, what else can I say? Oh, oh, I forgot I can turn my string into wool. So if I get like an excess of string, then that solves my wool problem right there. Oh right, you can just craft 4 string into wool. I completely forgot about that. I'm still gonna gather more though while I'm out here. I mean, I'm seeing quite a few sheep that just cut for wool, so might as well keep on shearing these guys. Alright, so I already have like 26 wool. It's not too bad. I'll still probably gather a bit more while we're out here. $32 so far. And I'll just grab some more likely on the way back too. Twisted a hot pan wrong due to something in the way. So you mean earlier today, right? Alright, so I'm already almost home at this point. Making speed potions. if I really needed to move any faster, but I honestly don't think I do need to move that much faster. And leaping potions, honestly, my gravitator probably already has that covered anyways. I can get my jump boost simply from holding that regardless. Making a sniper might be handy though, on the few occasions where you really need to hit something that's super far away. There's definitely the rare occasions where the sniper is actually very useful. Alright, so there's a decent supply of white wool to last me for a bit longer. You mean, like, just slowly fall and get clean shots in while falling? I'm guessing you mean that, right? Alright, so I can now make some more padded cloth. Again, I am running short on this. So if I want to make some high-tier helmet, I'd have to actually wait to do so. I would still probably need more armor plating. And that cheating is not enough to make 2 armor plating just yet. That isn't quite enough. Alright, now I got a couple zombies outside my base. At least I can just quickly take out, like, all of them. And just so we don't get more spawning in. I thought I saw a creeper somewhere around here. Must have just wandered off to here. Oh, there's another one back here too, it looks like. I mean, I like having my trees not blown up. I mean, I like having my trees actually look nice. Come on, creepers, please. I probably don't have that much dark oak lying around at all, right? I probably don't have that much of it, to be honest. Alright, so my axe was in here if I just want to get some more wood to maybe do more work on the base. If I do want to do more work on that, I can do so right now. Vein Miner's like... Is that a mod or something? So you're saying it's compatible with Vein Miner, whatever that mod is, I assume? How do I not know a vein mine? Probably because I must spend like way too much time playing only a couple mods. I mean, I also sunk quite a bit of time into the Ether Legacy, trying to get every item from that, which I eventually did succeed at. Probably took about like a little over 30 live streams to do, but I did succeed at that ultimately. And then there was the 3.1.2 Advent of Ascension Get All Items series that is still on hiatus because 3.2 was just more of a breath of fresh air. Because with 3.1.2, I know for a fact that eventually it's going to get to a point where only the boring item grinds are going to be left to actually do. We'll get to that point where only the most boring of stuff would be left for me to do. Oh, so that's how that got there. I'll just put these boots away for now. I can probably just take them back out later for use. Just use them some other time. Okay, I guess after I do a bit more work on the base, I'll likely consider heading right back to Deeplands. And then from there, probably maybe just mine a bit more charged uranium, just to be sure, just to be absolutely sure I will in fact have enough to go get 70 urination in one trip into Mysterium. Just so I can be absolutely certain I can get myself 70 urination. And then I'll just have another of those skill requirements for Ancient Cavern knocked out right there once I do that. I guess for now I'll do more work on the base. I've kind of just neglected this because, well, it's just a lot more fun to actually do exploring than just work on a base for the most part. I mean, with all the exploration to do, I just really get carried away with the exploring aspect of this. Aside from a gravestone mod, which obviously is going to have no relevance on a hardcore world, plus the coordinates on the top left corner of my screen, and just some performance enhancing Minecraft mods. That's pretty much the only one. Outside of those exceptions. Just trying to decide exactly how I'm going to build all this out here. I think I'm tempted just gonna build these lower down instead. Kind of like so. Yeah, my ornamite axe can just take out these non-log wooden blocks in literally one click. Yeah, it still can take down the logs very quickly, but the planks go down like literally one shot. Just trying to figure out how exactly I want to detail all this. Good night. I'll just kind of work on a bit of detailing here on the house. Try and just get a shape more or less established on it. Oh, debug, hi there. Now actually doing some more work on this base here. So I'm thinking maybe I know how exactly I want to build this. Saw what you said on the server, by the way. How'd you see then, anyways? I mean, only time can tell, really, as to exactly what this will look like. I guess only time's really going to tell what it's going to look like in the end. Well, good is what I hope for. I hope it looks good at least. Oh, I thought you had some alt account, and you just... I thought you had some alt account and you just bypassed the ban. You didn't even ask? Well, it seems fair. I mean, that seems like it would make sense. Doesn't seem too out of the ordinary. That, like, someone else just sent you a screenshot. I thought you were ban-baiting or something. Alright, so now actually getting a bit more detail on these walls here, finally. Might also consider putting windows wherever possible, too, while we're at it. Saying sorry about my toxicity? Yeah, I would consider trying to just reevaluate that for the future and be less toxic. Probably also gonna have to try and tell that to Adam, too. I guess I'll also build part of the frame up here while we're at it. Maybe not just put a pillar right here, because then it would kind of just get in the way of walking up to this chest to just throw away stuff I don't want. I'll probably put this and this here, though. Still kind of have to decide exactly how the rest of this is going to get built. Was trying to just tell him what I was trying to say about the repair dust, and it just came off as, I don't know, arrogant, without you trying too hard to come off that way. And it just came out the wrong way, perhaps. Guessing maybe, perhaps. I'm still trying to remember exactly what that argument you got into with Extreme Rec was about. Extreme Rec's just a weird person, and you tend to kind of get into a lot of arguments for silly reasons, so... I mean, you and Extreme Rec, I guess, was just kind of bound to happen. Okay, I do have a sugarcane chest here. I don't even remember exactly what it was about. I just had this little inkling telling me it was something silly. In case maybe I want to make more books in the future. Even though I might not even need to really bother with this so badly because I can just do enchanting through the infusion skill. I can get almost any enchantment I want, especially if I just keep on grinding out the skill further. I mean, I already got 70. I mean, I have 70 on that already. I want to see how many of these I had just lying around. I mean, I can always just make more damage enhancers at a later date anyways. How hard are these to make anyways, damage? Okay, it's not showing me the crafting recipe for the damage enhancer. I guess I'll just go through here to find it again. Yeah, these are not that hard to replace, so... I think I'm probably just going to use them all up anyways on this Ultra Flame for now. And if I just... Whoops. If I want more later, I can just make more later. Alright, so watch this. I have 70 infusions, so I can go through with this. Wait, can I go through with this? Why is it not letting me do this? Or do I need a different type of Power Stone to get... I'm probably using the wrong Power Stone now, aren't I? Alright, let me try one of the other ones. Unless maybe it's one I don't have yet, perhaps. Shining does not work. Glowing does not work. Glaring does not work. What am I missing here? I'm guessing maybe it's the Infusion Stone from Dystopia I need to get. It is. I think I need to get like one more infusion level to start getting Radiant Stones. And then I can get Sharpness 6. So I'd have to grind out just one more infusion level. Thought I could just get it right away, but no, I need a different type of Power Stone that I don't yet have. If I want Sharpness 6. But I'm really close to getting that stone. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out exactly how the space is coming along. Like, where does it look good and where can it be a bit better? Still kind of trying to figure this out. Probably going to consider installing windows wherever possible. Even though it might not be so easy to do so with a lot of these walls just blocked off. And if I break these down, I'm probably just going to knock out one of my item frames. Or maybe not. Okay, maybe I won't exactly hit it by accident. I'll come close to hitting it, though. And that could be a window right there, for example. That could be one of them. That I don't think that Julie is at one of Adam's alt accounts. Still not 100% sure what to even think of the two. Besides, they got a crazy relationship going on. What other wood log types do I just have lying around? Honestly, not that many. I mean, there's some wood from Grekon I'm going to consider maybe just quickly picking up. I mean, I kind of like the wooden logs in this dimension, so I think just screw it. I'm going to go in here quickly to pick up some logs. I'm not going to go far. Still going to definitely bring a bunch of my best stuff just to be sure that I'm going to be safe in there. Still going to tread lightly. I have no part not to worry about out here. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far just to be safe. And I mainly just want to take this wood for myself, and that's about it. And I don't want to leave trees floating either. That just usually looks pretty crummy. I want to make sure I can get around safely. If there's any flying mobs, I want to know where they are now. If there's anything flying that can just try and kill me, I want to be aware of it. Like, I want to know where it actually is. Like, I can barely get up here just to take out the rest of the other tree. Oh, that thing just dropped some diamonds. That was probably its rare drop, most likely. I just got lucky and hit it. Oh. Valkyries, but thankfully they don't hit like a truck anymore. They used to do more than twice as much damage. Now they're just balanced to be like roughly as strong as the other mobs here. And yeah, the average Grekon mob also got like a hell of a lot stronger too. Well, at least these guys no longer hit like a truck, but now everything else for the most part in this dimension is now just a hell of a lot more powerful than it used to be. What dimension is this? The Grekon. A dimension I know like not too much about compared to a bunch of the other ones. I guess one of the main reasons I did not come here too frequently is because every time I'd come here, I'd be forced to die just to get out of limbo. Plus Valkyries that could hit like for 20 hearts of damage. And even with good armor on, they could hit me for 7.5 hearts easily. There's something up with this tree. There's definitely something up with that one, to say the least. Yeah, I'm doing surprisingly well in here, just not having too much trouble getting wood. As freaky as this place looks, I'm just having a casual stroll getting some wood. guess I'll step back out of here now. Once I decide exactly what to do with this wood. Haunted flashing log. There's definitely something up with this log here, to say the least. Something is definitely up with that one. Alright, so let's see how this actually looks if I put the wood... If I put this wood down here, how's this gonna look? Honestly, I don't think it's gonna look too bad at all. Could always just try another wood type if I change my mind. If I ever do change my mind, I could just pick another wood type. I might just pick something that's a little closer to the color of the aconite. I'm probably going to pick something else that's not such a dark color, most likely. Or I could just simply opt to not even make windows. Could just say screw the whole thing and not even make any windows, perhaps. Like, do I even really need windows on this build that bad? Given how awkward this corner kind of looks with the window actually touching the wall, I don't even think I'm going to bother with windows. And I'll find some other way to just continue decorating the outside of the house. I'll just not even bother with the windows. And I guess that extra wood from Grecon is just going to likely go towards more general purpose use. It's just going to be used for more generic things instead, it looks like. Yeah, look at this thing. I mean, I guess I could maybe use some decoration, perhaps, for my base. Well, I can make some decoration out of this. Some pretty freaky looking decoration, but I can make decoration. Now, where would I put these things that are gonna look awkward as all hell? I was hoping those are gonna look more like arms. Then again, it's probably gonna look weird no matter what I do. Oh my. He's got like 4 faces, this dude. This weird scarecrow I tried to make has four faces on his head. It looks even weirder than I thought it was going to look. Holy shit. This thing is indeed a freak of nature. Truly a unique specimen we got going on here. Truly a freak of nature. I'll just put another one down. I mean, I think I'm eventually just gonna get used to having these guys around. They're eventually gonna kind of just grow on me. That thing with Extreme? I don't even remember how long ago that was. Must have been like at least months. It's definitely like has been a while, to say the least. Could just do like one with a solid eyeball on it. Like, the edgelord in me is just loving this right now. I think I'll just put the 4 faces back on top of this thing. Maybe I'll cover some of them with signs, so only one side is actually showing up. I have a couple of worshippers. I'm well aware of the fact that I do have a couple of worshippers. I am aware of that fact. I know what you mean. So that still doesn't exactly cover up the faces that well. I mean, I guess it certainly helps a bit with covering them up. If I can get an even better block though, just to do this job. Just to cover up all the faces. I'll have to probably look at other blocks to see what I can pull out. What do I think about making an original character for Armadia's protagonist? Where'd you get the name of the ROM hack Armadia anyways? Also, double checking to make sure I don't throw away anything that's actually good. Just trying to throw away excess blocks I'm never going to use. Just thought of it randomly. So it's just a random thing that came to the mind. Alright, so I'll probably just leave these things as is for now. People are going to be wondering what the hell is going on. When they see these, they're going to be wondering what they're looking at. Alright, so what else can we do to this place to make it look nicer? Still have a lot of building materials to work with. But what exactly would I want to do to this place to just add on to it further? Might do a bit more work on the base and then just go to deep lands. Do a bit more work on just making it look nice, and then deep lands it'll be to just gather more Chargerunium. Oh, so it's still in the works, that story? Interesting. If I put that there. So I hope these don't stretch out like too far. I hope they don't look like too like extravagant. I don't want them to just pop out too much. I want these to stick out, but not like too damn much. I might just leave them like this, perhaps, anyways. I mean, they look okay, so to speak. They do look fine enough, so I'll probably just leave them as is for now. Until maybe I actually do change my mind. You know, with a lot more wood types to choose from this mod. Certainly a hell of a lot more possibilities to work with here. Including a lot of wood types that'll just simply never get used because really there's that damn many. Well, I guess I just did now. Alright, so this is actually coming along somewhat decently at this point. I'm actually starting to kind of like the look of all this. Yes, I guess these are actually starting to grow on me. Having this kind of just pop out, it's actually starting to kind of grow on me. Might serve as inspiration for what to just do for like the second floor if possible. If possible, I might do a second floor. Can't say whether or not I'll really do that for sure. Still can't necessarily decide yet as to whether or not I really want to go for that. Then I'll also try and decide exactly what I want to do down here. Might continue to do something similar for down here as well. Just also adding in this detail. Also like adding the same detail in down here too. I totally think this can actually work. I'm convinced this is actually going to work out and look very good. Probably even better than what I was expecting. I'm convinced this can look epic. Hopefully this won't be too intrusive, adding these blocks here. Honestly, it doesn't look like it will be too intrusive. If it is, I can always just remove this if it's that bad. Nothing stopped me from actually removing these. Even though I'll be missing that detail over here and it's going to look kind of sloppy. Yeah, I guess it's just going to be more convenient so I can just move around with a bit more ease here. So this is already starting to take a bit more shape. And then I'll have to decide how I want to build the roof on this thing. But I guess that can wait. Now where am I going to put these building blocks? Anyway, where am I going to put anything? I mean, kind of hard to say about Fizz because we only saw really one level from him. Aside from his old Super Mario Flash 2 levels. His later ones were alright. Of course, his very old ones were terrible. I mean, he even admitted his really old ones are just terrible. Like, yikes, his old ones, though. I didn't see that one yet. I didn't see that yet, though. I'm guessing Torvus Bog might be inspiring you to do so. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, it's just a guess. Now, where am I gonna put the rest of the stuff I have here? Unless I just throw stuff out that I don't actually plan to use. Yeah, I can totally just throw some stuff out at this point. I think we can just say goodbye to a single piece of birchwood. Yeah, we can definitely say goodbye to that. A single piece of birchwood. Who's gonna need that? So I guess now it's gonna be time to actually go to the deep lands. I would have done this sooner, but I actually got a bit carried away working on my base. I mean, come on, there's so much potential just waiting to be realized with it. And if I die, we will never get to realize that potential. Unless I just cheat again, but if I die to something like that's actually fully in my control, then I will definitely not do that. I will just accept defeat. Thwomps and Boos in the same level. What you mean with Super Mario Flash 2, right? Did I die again? No. That's if it comes to that. But no. I'd actually have to look at the graphics files for the ghost house and also just for the castle and see if I can maybe combine them into one tile set. It's definitely doable. I just have to see like how many frames each of those enemies like how much of like the graphics files do each of those sprites take up. Okay. Okay, so I'm curious to quickly see graphics. I kind of want to just find a folder, any folder where I've ripped all of Super Mario World's graphics from, where the graphics files are all separate files. So for example, I'm going to look at GFX3, which is where the thwomps are. What do you mean, combined tile sets the port? So I'm looking at some of the tile sets right now. I'm just seeing where various enemies are placed in the tile set. Right, so I'm looking at GFX03 and GFX11 right now. And what I seem to see is that thwomps, there's like there's four 16 by 16 regions for thwomp graphics. There's 4 of these. And there's actually 6 16 by 16 regions for boos. And the boos and the thwomps, for like 2 of the 16 by 16 squares, they actually share the same tiles. So bank 0E and 2E, the boos and the thwomps both share those banks. So I think I could easily just find a disassembly of either the thwomp or the boo, just change some graphics defines around, move some graphics around, and then I can probably combine the tile sets. Disassembly of the thwomp sprite, custom sprite, just to move like the graphics around as to where the graphics are defined, just so they can go somewhere else. Yeah, I'd be fine with custom assets in all honesty, so long as it still feels like that's something that could have made it in the Super Mario World. It should still feel like it's something that could have come out of Super Mario World, in other words. So I figured that was worth looking at. Yeah, I remember the boos taking up quite a few spaces in the GFX files. They had a lot of frames. They had quite a few different frames. Look, sometimes they just kind of sit in place and laugh at you, make faces. Like, they had idle animations, so I remember them kind of having quite a few frames compared to most enemies. Yeah, that's also a perfectly fair game for vanilla. It's also pretty reasonable. I'm just gonna go up by here, perhaps. To the upper layer. I'm gonna go up by here. Or better yet, I'll go up by here. Trying to go up as fast as I can. Never seen caves really generate like this in the deep lands. Haven't seen quite anything like this, perhaps. So now I should start hitting deep lands traps. And also the goodies right about now. Right now we're at a comfortable height up here. Now we're at a pretty comfortable height up here to just do more mining. Alright, explosions. Oh, some charged runium. Nice. And some skill crystals and a deep bow and some regular runium. Just stuff. And army of nippers getting burned in lava. Because sometimes that's just what happens. Sometimes it just happens that they just get burned in lava like that. Now where's the runium I'm actually looking for? Because that's the stuff I need to find. That's what I really just have to find. I want to get as much of that as possible, ideally. That's all gonna go to, like, Runation training. Well, I got some out of there. Got a decent amount. And I guess I'll keep some bottles here. So yeah, all this runium I find is gonna go right towards Runation training. Or at least the charged runium's gonna go towards Runation. The regular runium might just go towards, perhaps, more stuff that I would otherwise need to just make enhancers. Enhancers for infusion training. So the regular runium is probably going to go towards that, most likely. The charged runium's all going to go into Runation training. I'm assuming I probably finished it, but just never bothered to showcase all the changes. Guess I must have forgotten about those. Probably when I just kind of lost interest in ROM hacking for the most part. That level should be finished, though, in all honesty. I definitely remembered finishing it. Honestly, same here, too. Just to really get things up to speed, I'd have to put in the effort, too. I'd also have to put in the hours. Yeah, I'm aware of color code, by the way. I know what you're talking about. Are we gonna stop getting so many of these guys that just have to fight? I mean, I want to do my mining already. Oh, did I just seriously hit bigger skill crystals? Oh, can I now get these through foraging? Because my level's high enough, can I really get these now? I think those were foraging drops. I've yet to spice it up, by the way. I'd advise just seeing what else you can do with the really simplistic color scheme. There might be some other tricks you can find to make it look even better. These guys are definitely not going to survive. Oh, there we go. There's some runium. Deep cases and a hell of a lot of lava. I understand that it's meant to be simple. I mean, considering the whole gimmick of the level is based on the colors, of course it should look simple. They should know, like, where the colors are anyways. Right, just so I can continue to see clearly. I didn't mean to put that down there. Oh, runium. Deep cases. All the stuff I liked seeing here. Wait, that looks like a gun that just dropped down there. That's an actual gun. It's probably something low tier because Deeplands is accessible early on in the game, so it's probably nothing special for me at this point. But I had no idea that could show up. Rocker rifle. 10 bullet damage, firing rate 1.25 per second, so it seems to be about like 12.5 damage per second off that gun. And I just found it in the Deeplands, mining deep cases, and it just showed up eventually. So that has a low chance of dropping from deep cases, I assume. And I still honestly kind of miss the old God's Great Blade texture. I mean, it's kind of hard to just let go of what the old one also looked like. I mean, don't get me wrong, the new one still looks awesome too, but honestly gonna kind of miss that old one. That is a lot of runium right there. Plenty more nippers too while we're at it, but runium. Just doing more Deeplands mining at this point. I want to just gather up more of this, and haven't even been here for too long, and already I got a lot of charged runium. Oh, that was a loud one. Also just getting more skill crystals, because why not? Oh, that is a lot of them back there. Yeah, we got an army back here. I'm gonna have to actually kind of retreat a bit. Got a huge army chasing me. Well, I can just lead them into this pit and then they can't touch me from here. Nah, they can't reach me. And now I'll just safe spot the rest of them out. And just plenty more tokens where that came from. Also gonna have more tokens to eventually spend on Gelato Man for more treasure boxes, which just means more coins, and probably also more repair dust most likely too. Oh yeah, PMH, hi there. Right, that takes care of the last of them. Dense rocks, I don't even really need that badly. Now, can I stop burning? There we go. Now, I'll probably eat up just to get some health back at this point. Probably do want to regain a bit of health before continuing my mining, just to be safe. Definitely want to take time to get some health back quickly. Yeah, we have a lot of this already. We're already doing really good for ourselves, to say the least. .42 butchery, not bad. That's still leveling up. And just, of course, more tokens to pick up. Honestly, getting a lot of them. Is there a higher tier than charged runium? No, there isn't. There's normal runium and charged. That's about it. There's nothing above that. Okay, these guys actually managed to reach me. The rest just died in the lava. Oh, gold coin just dropped. That I definitely want to keep. I think I've briefly actually visited all of them. I think I've actually briefly been to all the dimensions. What realm stones am I missing? Well, actually, I have not yet been to Vox Ponds, and I'm also missing a Runendor realm stone. Other than that, I should have access to all the dimensions. Also, yeah, I didn't go to Vox Ponds yet. I just keep on leaving that dimension off to the side for reasons. Kinda just forget about that one. And then, yeah, something about Vox Ponds. Oh, another new hack you're making? I doubt I'll play it right now, though, the demo. Honestly, probably gonna wait for a full release on it. Probably just play the whole thing in one shot, most likely. I mean, if you're gonna make another short hack like the 2 Bowser's Castles, then I could just wait till the full release. If I can just literally do it in like 15 minutes anyways. What do I not need to carry at this point? I'll toss the gunpowder. I'm likely gonna wait for it to be finished. Holy shit, I have a lot of this stuff. I got a lot of charged uranium, indeed. Or I could bring more shulker boxes, too. Nothing stopped me from doing that, either. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna get back out of here again. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with what I managed to get, so I'm just going to head back out of here at this point. I mean, it was a short trip, and I already got, like, a lot of charged uranium and just some deep lands tokens, so I'm gonna leave with what I've ended up with. Oh, right. I might actually be tempted to craft those now, since I recently got a grenade launcher that can actually heal you. Might be worth at least giving a test spin. Oh, it's actually going to be a long one. So you're going to make something longer than Bowser's Castle, I see. And I already have like plenty more Deeplands tokens just to go spend at the Lotto Man just by killing all the Nippers in Deeplands. As in those little guys that just spawn sometimes when you break rocks. This is probably just... Oh, now that's getting turned into logging experience. Oh, because my logging level is actually above 15 now, so that's just now going to become free logging experience. Now all that's going to go into logging, it looks like. Right? I remembered that being the case. So I'm probably maybe just going to kind of wait around for this to all smelt now. Are you talking about the 1.15.2 world? The one that Physicist invited me to? Are you talking about that one? Haven't really heard that much good about Eternos. I mean, you don't pay for it, so you can't expect the best quality if you're not even going to pay for it. Honestly, might be worth actually paying some money for a decent quality server at this point. Depends on how much. Never heard of Pebble hosting before. It sounds cheap, but I've never heard of it before. I don't even know what Pebble hosting means. Just to make some more enhancers. Just to use up that extra ruining I ended up with. I'll just make more enhancers out of that for later use. So $8 a month. If you have a job, then that's not a lot of money to put on down on a server at all. If you work, that's cheap. Like I said, that's not a whole lot of money if you got a steady job. Yup. Fucking A. I'm gonna have all that to go use up. I'm also gonna take some random blocks, something too, while we're at it. Also, I don't need to carry this gold coin, I'm gonna put it away. What do I have this stone for anyways? What's that still doing in my inventory? If you have terrible RAM, there's gonna be a ton of lag. That makes perfect sense. Also, shulker boxes, I'm likely gonna need to just put runes in, I'd assume. Yeah, once all this is ready, I'm just gonna go and gain a bunch of runation experience. I think I might have enough on me to just jump straight to 70. I think this can just boost me up right to 70 with what I have. I mean, I've really been just saving it up. think I might have 70 Ruination in the shulker box right here. Let's see. So I'm going to ideally go to Mysterium and find a Distortion Rune Shrine there. Then once I set myself up, I'll put this armor on and then just make a bunch of runes. And then we make runes once I'm all set up. So now I'm going to try not to spend too much time in Mysterium since I'm running short on night vision potions. So let's just quickly run through there. Also, Rosedons. I need more of those. I'll probably come back here later. Flute Salad or Bust. Oh, you played RuneScape too? Oh yeah, Flute Salad's another classic. Okay, I'll stop singing it. It's probably better if I just actually put the song on than if I try and sing it. Yeah, that one. Another classic. Alright, let's just go to Mysterium, find a Distortion Rune Shrine, make a bunch of runes, and probably get the 70 Ruination in the process and knock out another skill requirement. So aside from that death I took T-Slat to Crore and the stupid music lag, I haven't died once still. I mean, Caillou Staff is doing a lot to keep me alive. Rosedons as well. I mean, Caillou Staff, Rosedons. You have a lot of items that are just super good at keeping you alive. With this armor being both extremely good in terms of just raw defensive power, plus the speed boost, it's also kind of hard to die when you're wearing that too. I mean, like, really high defensive power plus a speed boost. Like, it was already good enough in its previous incarnation, but having also the better defensive values makes it even better. It was already good enough in his previous incarnation, back when it was overworld accessible. So you could just play your Avino Ascension in such a way that you can get to Runendora ASAP to get speed armor going. And of course, keep your eyes peeled for Ocean Monuments, because you need one of those to get speed armor now. It's still definitely worth going through an Ocean Monument and Runendor to get speed armor. It's certainly going to pay off. I'll probably just go and focus on the runes for now. Just have to find a rune shrine somewhere, then make a bunch of runes. I'll try and get a better view from up here and see if I can spot any. All I need is one rune shrine, then I can just go and make a ton of runes. I need just one right now. One somewhere in this mushroom-infested dimension. Oh man, I'm seeing a lot of Pixons up here. Except I'm not high enough level to actually catch these ones yet. If I really want to go all the way and maybe try and get the Mending Enchantment unlocked, then I'll have to start catching these. I haven't really been training it that much, in all honesty. Still probably one of my lower leveled skills at the moment. I'm currently focusing on Ruination, since that is a requirement to go fight one of the Ancient Cavern bosses. 70 in Ruination is a requirement to fight an Ancient Cavern boss, so that's why I'm explicitly going for that right now, just to get that skill requirement out of the way. I mean, I got 70 in Fusion already, and I also have 70 in Foraging. Yeah, with the Picmax, that just went by super quickly, so now I'm just going to try and knock out Ruination. Plus, I did want to make Distortion Runes and Mysterium anyways for my Shire Staff, which has just kind of been sitting there and not really doing much of anything. You think you can win it? You think you have what it takes, perhaps? Wait, what's my hunter level exactly? Wonder if it's enough to take on these undead trolls. And I did actually check to see if they still hit like a truck like they used to. They don't seem to anymore. They seem to have actually been properly balanced now. At the first sign of danger, I can always just run away regardless. Plus, they've recently been moved to the first floor. Yeah, I can hurt these guys now. Yeah, I can hurt them now. I have 32 in Hunter, so I can go and train off these guys if I really want to do so. If I want to train off them for some reason, I can do so right now. I can always just run at the first sign of danger. Except I'm not even seeing any more trolls spawning in right now. Probably doesn't help my case. I don't even know where the spawner is in here. Yeah, they're barely doing any damage right now. They used to do like, what, 25 damage per hit? And maybe sometimes even harder depending on whether or not you were sneaking. Now they do like way less damage. Now they're not even a threat anymore. This thing is on steroids. This thing's just firing so fast. Yeah, the monsters in here are loud, to say the least. Yeah, so that's the undead troll spawner right there. I mean, I didn't come here to train Hunter. I came here to mainly just train up Runation, so I'll just continue to pursue a Rune Shrine. Just want to see if I actually had the levels to take them on. It looks like I do. Also, I might quickly stop by here. Try to get myself an active runestone for the Runendor task. Maybe not. Maybe not with this guy interrupting me. Well, maybe not with this guy interrupting. Well, those guys, more like those guys, and more like those guys interrupting. I got two guys aggroing me that just can kind of stand at a distance and just shoot me as much as I want. Of course, I don't have a bow in the hotbar. So let me quickly... No. Bow in the hotbar. Let me fix that. Bow in the hotbar, please. No, they're still able to just reach me. And I can't really get a good spot where I can reach them. It's not fair. Can't get a good spot to hit them from. Well, I got one down. There's still another one just annoying the hell out of me, though. Okay, that's both of them. Are these guys even gonna drop their active runestones at all, or no? Or am I doing it all wrong now? Okay, there's active runestones. If I can just go and actually retrieve them. If I can safely pick them up, that is. And just hop right back out. Just hop right back out of there. Pick up some active runestones, since those are used in like one of the tasks to make a realm stone. So let me pick those up while I'm here. And I can barely even move forward right now. I'm trying to move forward, but they keep just knocking me all over the place. Alright, so can I maybe just get lucky and find this rune shrine already? Like, where the hell could it be? I mean, at least the Pixons are really easy to see up here. On top of the mushrooms, I can easily spot them. So this will be a pretty nice place to train in Fusion. Except I don't have the levels to actually catch these Pixons yet, so... Can't train it here just yet. Simply not high level enough to do so. At least not on this world anyways. So where could the Runation... Where could the shrine be? I guess as soon as I find it, I'm taking notes on where it is, especially if it's close by spawn. Then I'm definitely writing down where it is. Well, this potion's about to expire. I still haven't located a rune shrine in here yet. Better locate one soon. It's just gonna be a matter of time. Like, I know I'm gonna find one if I keep running around. It's gonna show up. Okay, I thought I saw one for a second. No, I'm probably just looking at more blue mushrooms. No, I'm actually holding Rosedons instead. I'm not holding chorus fruit at all. Something similar because it also teleports you, but this just teleports you upwards towards the nearest surface it can teleport you to. Chorus fruit usually just puts you like a couple blocks away from where you ate it. Which is still pretty handy in some cases, but the Rosedons, for the most part, I find these just outclass the chorus fruit. Chorus fruit being part of the main game, Rosedon's not being part of the main game, though. Alright, so when am I just gonna get a rune shrine? Came here for one thing, and it hasn't shown up yet. Must have passed at least one, perhaps, throughout this entire playthrough on this world, and just never bothered to take notes of where it actually was, because I just didn't see myself getting 65 Runation anytime soon when I passed by it. I'm pretty sure there's still no Distortion Rune notes here. I wrote down Kinetic Runes, Energy Runes, but nothing for Distortion. No, I'm seeing nothing for Distortion yet. Oh, wait, what are you going to be doing with assembly language, I wonder? Oh, you're not the... Okay, so... You're not the only one who thinks I have a sexy voice? Really? Oh, that's a rune shrine. That's gotta be it. If it looks like one, feels like one, then obviously it's gotta be a rune shrine. So, yep, that is indeed a rune shrine. Let's just get ourselves set up in here so nothing can just attack me while I'm trying to make the runes. I mean, I do want to be able to make these in peace, so I'm just going to box myself in right here so I can make my runes in peace. I mean, I already got quite a few blocks down. Yeah, at least quite a bit of this is still going to be covered. Alright, so if I really want to cover up the rest of it, I can just use some of my excess blocks I had kept in the shelter box to do so if I really want to be absolutely sure I'm all covered. Coral Staff. Last I checked, that does something different. I think it got the Reef Staff sold ability, perhaps, the Coral one. Last I checked, it did get the Reef Staff sold ability. Yeah, I'm honestly curious, too. Alright, so let's just get this all ready to make the runes. So it's just some boxes to keep them in, because I'm probably going to be making a lot of them, most likely. I'll put the Utopian armor on as well. Should be absolutely safe in here. I don't see anything just sneaking in hits on me for while I'm in here. So just to actually get more experience from making the runes, I will put this armor on. There's one Runation level already, and I'm still 4 away from 70. So all these are going to be made into Distortion runes. 67. I still have like a couple more stacks of runes. If I want to use them up now, I guess I can. Whoops. 68. I'm definitely going to have 70 here. I think you're going to have to learn how to code. Not trying to bring up any memes here, but you're likely going to have to learn how to code given the field you're pursuing. I mean, it's just a really important skill to have for the most part these days. I mean, there's definitely value in coding skills. Right, I'm almost at 70 runation already. We're already super close to getting it. Just wondering how much more of this runium I will have to use up to get it. 70 in runation, let's go. Now to just... I'll probably make more energy and kinetic runes. In fact, I don't even know what runes I'll be making anyways. I don't even know what other runes I'd want to make at this point. I mean, I think I probably already have most of the runes I need to just keep me going for this entire playthrough. I have 70 runation already, so that's out of the way. Yeah, what T-Slat said about assembly being one hell of a jump. Yeah, assembly is very different from higher level programming languages. Okay, I definitely have to take this with me. I don't want to just leave the rune shrine here and then just wonder where the hell it went. Alright, so let's just start getting back out of here. I'll also quickly take note of where these distortion runes are in case for whatever reason I want to return here in the future. In case I have a reason to come back here. Alright, so gotta go southeast to leave, it looks like. Southeast to get back out of Mysterium. Yeah, that just seems to be how it is pretty often. Like, you often just have to deal with the kind of people who blame everything else for their own shortcomings. That's just left-wing culture for you right there. It's never our fault, we're the victims, and they're the oppressors. Terry is a boring name. Right, so where's the portal? I better find it soon. Oh! Portal. Alright. Back out of Mysterium. Sometimes you do have to wonder if it's like the teachers or the students who are the lost causes. And sometimes it's definitely the teachers. Yeah, sometimes, honestly, it probably is the teachers. Yeah, because in the field I study, I tend to hear a lot about just, like, teachers that they probably know their stuff, but they just don't know how to necessarily get it across from themselves to the students they're trying to teach. Like, some of them are smart individuals, just not very good at actually teaching the material they're supposed to teach. As in the kind of people who might be better off if they just stuck to research. My Gravitator is in serious need of a repair at this point. Yeah, 3 repair dust just by itself is enough to almost fully repair the thing anyways. It might be a little inconvenient at that point just to go get a bucket of lava and make another metal tub just to get the last bit of durability back. Unless, of course, I had the stuff on hand already. Yeah, I tend to not keep too much stuff because I don't need, like, all this stuff anyways, so I tend not to keep too much of anything, really. Oh, really? Where can I put these active runestones? Yeah, a bunch of these are just random mob drops here. I'm still holding on to this dragon egg. And this too, confetti cannon. And an extra Caillou staff. I honestly don't think I'm gonna need the extra Caillou staff. I mean, if I die, my world's gone anyways, so I'm not gonna keep the extra one. I don't even know how I'd lose this in the first place. Especially since mobs that used to make you drop your held items don't even do that anymore. So I don't see how that could possibly go wrong now. Alright, so I kind of want to try something quickly. Where did I keep my boots? My explosion-resistant boots, where did I leave them? I left them here. I think I'm going to give Ancient Cavern another spin. And take on Horon there. I feel like giving that another go. Just fighting another Ancient Cavern boss. I want to give it a shot. Rosinons don't have a use in there. So I don't need to carry these. I'll just throw them in here for now. Definitely want to carry a bow on hand. Also a good gun, wherever I put that thing. Bullets to actually use. Probably shield in the offhand, most likely. Ender pearls. Just getting myself ready for another Ancient Cavern trip. So we're gonna actually fight Horon this time. Feel like I can handle this. Just making sure my gear is in order before going for the fight. But it looks good. I'll probably actually keep one of these close by too while we're at it. Just in case we have to fall back on it. But I don't think I really need to do much more preparation. I should be all good at this point. Should be good to just jump right back into Ancient Cavern. I'm pretty sure we can do this. Except I can't place blocks in the Ancient Cavern, so I think that might include the tablets? Of all the times you tell me to get a tablet, it might be for something where I can't even use it. Okay, out of curiosity, what tablets can I make? Just see if I can actually at least place one down in there. Willing to bet that I can't, but I mean, at least it's worth a try. Improves vision. Oh, I can make that one super easily. Well, I suppose it's worth a try. Can't hurt to try making one of these again. If I put this down, I get the improved vision. My soul power is getting drained by having the tablet down here. If I just smack at this enough... Wait, how do I pick it up? Oh, I right-click to grab it again. So I put this down. Costs 44.36 soul power to actually put down. Is implemented everywhere. Let's see if I can just place this down in Ancient Cavern out of curiosity. I mean, I have to let my soul power recharge before being able to do so. Wait, why am I waiting? I'm just gonna go in. Let's just go right back in and get this over with. So I'm just gonna find the right corner to stand in. Preferably the corner that's gonna spawn the Angelicas in. Okay, I'm at that corner now, so let's start farming these guys for Luxon Tribute. And after enough of this, we'll just be fighting one of the bosses here. Oh, so you actually do that for a living. How much flack do you get for being an ISP, like, provider anyways? How much flack do you get for even working in that field? I mean, I can imagine ISPs get quite a bit of hate since that whole net neutrality debacle. There was like the whole fight for net neutrality against ISPs, so they couldn't discriminate against network traffic and try and lock out the poor and just benefit the rich. And those rules to protect like people with net neutrality, those rules recently went away. Though we haven't really felt any effects of going back to Title 1 internet classification. Before, like, well, before it was repealed, it was Title 2, so in other words, the FCC had to be, like, directly, like, notified of whatever the ISPs would do. So in other words, if the ISPs want to do anything to anyone's network traffic, they'd have to go directly through the FCC, who would just simply not let them throttle any sort of network traffic for any unethical reasons. So that's Title 2. Title 1 was, there's no one in between the ISPs and you when it comes to how the internet traffic is transmitted, but the FCC can always step in if it feels like it's necessary for them to step in, they can. Oh, I already have a lot of my Luxon tribute. Nice. So can I place this down? Well, it's saying that I don't have enough resources to place it, so maybe I can put it down once I actually have soul power back. Even though I'm honestly not going to need it still. I just want to see if it's going to work. I feel like it might actually work. Yeah, we could easily run out of IPv4 eventually anyways. I totally see that being possible. Well, I almost already have Luxon favor. Well, like a full bar of it. Almost already have the full bar. That looks like a full bar to me. I might just kill one more of these guys here just to be sure it's a full tribute bar. And then I just actually have to find the blue altar blocks to right-click to then actually get into the boss room. Those are the blue ones right there. So... and also, one more thing. I think I might as well try it before the fight starts, because if the wiki's still correct on Horon, and him just draining your energy creation and soul power resources every time he hits you to, like, 0. If the wiki's still right about Horon just rapidly draining those resources, making them unusable during the fight, And I might as well just use it to see if it works. I'm willing to bet that it will at least work in the Ancient Cavern and place it down like you could anywhere else. So if there's a lag spike for loading in this boss music, I want it to happen now on a safe world. This is gonna be an awesome boss theme. Let's just load it now. So now we're gonna do the fight for real. So first things first, let me put these on for further explosion resistance, since Horon tends to attack with explosion resistance. Wait, where'd my soul power go? I thought I had a full bar, but it just disappeared on me. I had a full bar, but it just disappeared. Not quite sure what happened. I might have to just try this again with a full bar of soul power, most likely. Let's just go and do the fight. Horon is still bow immune. Okay, I see that didn't change. So again, I should be able to just keep my distance and I'll probably be fine here. Well, it does give me weakness. And yeah, as you can see, like whenever he hits me. Okay. Yeah, he does drain my energy whenever he hits me. And he sets my creation of my soul power to 0. So I definitely won't be using a tablet on him during this fight. Yeah, he just drops my resources to like 0. Except for energy, but he even drops that by like a lot too. Yeah, as long as I keep my distance, I don't see how this can possibly go wrong. Unless you have moderator status or you're me, they probably won't show up. Alright, I got him in the corner now. Getting a lot of hits in. I got some pretty good damage, to say the least. Now he should be going down soon. Now just to make sure he's not gonna explode as he dies. And he just blew up as he died, so he didn't get any loot. He literally exploded on death, so I didn't get any loot from that fight. I was hoping that wasn't gonna happen. So we got no drops. Probably gonna go for another fight against them. Just waiting for... No, not these guys to spawn in. Gonna find the Angelicas and just kill a couple more of them, because I still have very close to a full tribute bar. So I'm probably gonna go for another Horon fight, most likely. I'll just do it again. Just gotta wait for Angelicas to spawn in, and then we can go right back into this. This shouldn't take too long just to quickly refill the tribute bar. Right, now I'm kind of having trouble just keeping this crowd under control here. Now I'm trying to do crowd control, but I'm not having luck with this. Yeah, I can barely keep these guys off my back for long enough to really get any good hits in. I still don't have enough soul power to do this anyways. Alright, we got our full tribute bar back already. Come on. I gotta wait to just fall back down again. I might never get out of this corner at this rate. Yeah, imagine if these guys just still drop their torn cloth even in this dimension. It would just be another place I can grind it out. That's the wrong spawner. Gotta find the right... stuck in here. Oh, come on! I'm never gonna get out of this corner! I'm never gonna get out of here at this rate. They just keep making me fly. Unless I just use ender pearls, I can also do that too. Right, that's the wrong shrine right there. That's not the right one. Come on, let me find the... Oh, come on, let me find the right one. I'm just gonna teleport away from these guys. I'm just gonna teleport out. Come on now, where's the right shrine? It's not this one. It's probably one over here, most likely. It's probably the one right there. That's the shrine. What if I place it right here now? Okay, you can place it down. You can put it down in the ancient cavern. I mean, I was curious to see if that was going to work, and yes, it indeed does work. Probably not going to be using it, though, during the fight, but that does work. Alright, so let me just get right back into the fight and try this again. I don't know what that flying upwards was about right before the fight started. Let's actually try and get some loot off this guy this time. Kept it out. I don't think I would have kept the effect into the fight, though. I don't think I still would have had the night vision effect during the fight. So I didn't bother keeping it out. And even then, I can still see well enough in this room. It's still decently lit up. It's not like it's not well lit, the room. I can still see decently well in here. Jump and get criticals, and then risk letting Horon hit me a bunch. I'll pass on that, probably. I think I'll pass. Okay, maybe do it with the Great Blade, let's see. Yeah, that does actually work in 1.12.2. Yeah, this certainly passed 1.9. I have weakness 4. No wonder I'm not getting much damage in. No wonder it's taken a while to actually bring his health down. I got weakness 4. That explains it all. Milk tablet. If I can keep it up for long enough, because if he hits me, he just takes away all my soul power. If he hits me once, I lose all my soul power, so then I just very shortly lose the milk tablet effect afterwards if he hits me once. Can he actually drop something this time? There we go. Now I got some loot off him. So I got a silver coin, some gold ingots, some energy runes, these power stones, and of course the statue. Alright, so now I actually got loot off the guy. You have to do some pretty tricky bomb jumps, especially in the later part of the fight. And also be really good at maneuvering around with the boost ball. I regen enough to keep it going. I don't know anything that really regenerates soul power. Then again, I didn't look too much into soul power because before 3.2, it didn't even have any functionality. Only just recently gained it back with these tablets. Alright, so we just got another statue for the collection. Passive regen. Doesn't regenerate very fast, and whenever Horon hits me, my soul power gets set to 0, so... At least not during that fight. Maybe just elsewhere would be more practical to use. Just not during his fight. You know, I don't even know how many times I said that. That every time he hits you, he sets your soul power to 0. Or 1. What do you mean XP flask being obtainable? I'm probably confusing with the bottle of enchanting, right? I don't know if that's the same thing as the bottle of enchanting. Actually, no, now that I remember it, it was something different. It was just an item you can store all your levels into, and then just take them out later. So I obviously got those mixed up with the balls of enchanting. Those are clearly not the same things. Because I want to just get the durability back on that again. Which is, it's generally very late game. That would then just encourage me to suggest some even later game dimensions, but only too sure there's already enough on this guy's plate. Wait, you can? I mean, I was just used to making more shields and then combining them with each other. I mean, I know that for sure works, combining two of the same item on an anvil. There's actually a fifth god in this, known as Krasaun. If I'm even pronouncing the name right. Krasaun. 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 Except I'd probably butcher the pronunciation on that at least a couple times. There is a fifth god, who's actually neutral to the player, while as each of these four gods have some sort of specific themes around them, very little is known about Crossound in comparison. For example, Salian being god of nature, Luxon god of light, Erebon god of darkness and death, Pluton god of wealth. Crossound, on the other hand, a lot less is known about him. And there was also a dimension known as Labracon, which is controlled by him. And apparently the plot of the story, if you can really say there is one, was that he would lead you to Labracon for reasons unknown. But I am not expecting to see Labracon show up anytime soon. Also, probably no plans on Labracon either. I mean, I just worry about what's already there. If I were running this, I'd be more worried about what's already there. Yeah, I think if I recall correctly, that's just a place you can put all your levels into, so I'd just put my 37 levels in there and take them back out whenever. Yeah, if I recall correctly, that's what that would be for. Honestly, I'm probably going to light this up, just so it's a bit brighter around here. Yeah, one of my viewers is a pretty big fan of creation, and more stuff that I'll eventually have to just make. Because I've been doing just fine without extra minions. As in the skill, yes. That'll come with the skill update, obviously. Making creation, like, have even more payoffs. I mean, it's got some minions that can heal the player. This is the only real payoff I can think of. It's got some really good higher tier minions. Maybe make even more interesting payoffs for the creation skill. Make more minions that would really be worth grinding out the levels to actually spawn in. Nothing is known about the engineering skill yet. Same probably goes for alchemy, right? Another of the unimplemented skills you can never train. And there are also a couple skills that either had old names or they just got outright scrapped. There used to be a skill around just turning items to coins. There was a skill about stealing stuff off of villagers. A lot of people just want to make new dimensions. As much as I'd like to see a lot of new dimensions, I wouldn't want to see like all of them just be crap. I'd rather see like 22 good dimensions than like, I don't know, 50 plus shitty ones. Or maybe even just like, I don't know, 5 or 6 good dimensions over 50 crappy ones. Then I should revert back to 2% drops from like one mob out of the entire mod. I would not revert back if I were you. I mean, I was still fine with the old system, but leave it as is. This is definitely better. I mean, I would also suggest maybe making some of the items require, like, more of these specific drops from, for example, say, like, if you want to make a haunted idol to spawn in the boss, you only need to gather 3 ghoul-asms, which you can get in, like, pretty much, possibly under a minute, especially with a sword with a lot of looting on it. You can get this stuff in under a minute, but there would also be just locating a haunted maze, but once you've done that, you can just convert all this ghoul-asm to primed. So yeah, in other words, you really don't need to gather a lot of these specific mob drops. Making it, like, for the most part, pretty easy to craft a lot of this stuff. I mean, even this stuff's not that hard to come by. Same goes for Torn Cloth once you find a really reliable source of mobs to kill. I mean, come on, that would help out during a boss fight where you don't have to travel too far because you're in an enclosed arena. That would at least make sense to put down in the boss fight. I can't really think of any other reason you would use that, though. And then you'd just be losing soul power every time you put it down until you just lost too much soul power to actually place it back down again. Actually talking about soul power for once. I mean, I've still yet to really try most of them out anyways. So I'm still trying to decide exactly how I might fit this base off. Yeah, it wasn't meant for that. I mean, speed armor just does that just fits that purpose much better. Killing bosses especially. Oh, when you're actually fighting against other people, that too would see use in. Would also help with fighting other people too. All nearby players and friendlies. So maybe not in PvP. You'd both have the speed boost. Then what would be the point for PvP? I think it's maybe a bit bigger than that. So I just want to see what's really left to do in terms of boss fighting. Still did not go after Creep yet. Nor King Shroomus. I still don't know about King Shroomus. I probably want to go after Clunkhead, but I just wonder if it's still brutally hard to find Rune Templar minigame rooms. I wonder if that's still going to be a challenge to find all those rooms. I might repair my armor and then you might get to see them. Might consider giving that a go, perhaps. I mean, with explosion resistance and that speed armor, I should be perfectly fine. Right, so I also need unstable gunpowder to make this now. Can I check the radius? Should be able to with no problem. Digs up grass very quickly, this shovel. Yeah, one of my tools now have all new effects. I can make one explosive gem right now if I really wanted to. Provided I remembered the crafting recipe on it. Okay, I might have gotten these backwards. Let's see. I did. I can make one. And even then I want to do a bit of repair on this armor before just rushing into the fight. So I'd be perfectly fine with going into the fight like this. And I'd probably bring a ton of bullets too. I think I can hold my own in there, personally. I think I can handle the fight. So I would just need to find a Creep HQ tower to spawn the boss at. While fighting it. Maybe I could do that. Yeah, so I just want to double check to make sure I have everything necessary for the fight. And then I'll go right in. Just want to be sure I'd be perfectly satisfied with what I have for the fight. This should be suitable for the fight, ideally. I'd also carry one of these for good measure, but this should be good enough to do the fight with. Should probably be able to hold my own like this. So now I gotta just redirect the portal again. And find one of these things. I gotta find the creep HQ first, otherwise we can't fight the boss. And then once I do find one, I'll definitely have to take note of where it actually was. Yeah, I think literally all of it was in fact replaced. I didn't recognize any old tracks since I got 3.2 installed. Couldn't recognize any of the old boss tracks. I think all of the Ancient Cavern bosses recently gained boss music, and like they do not have it before. Holy crap. Let's not go flying everywhere. Let's just not get sent flying everywhere. Especially the load lag. That I'm more concerned about than just custom music. Mostly a file size thing. Once the files are actually already loaded in, then it's not a problem anymore. Unless you just quit the game, then you gotta just reload the music in again before the fight starts. You mean King Bam Bam Bam, right? Oh god, Cotton Candor. Probably should be able to kill someone like no time. Isn't Cotton Candor still like one of the most powerful bosses in the whole mod? Gyro's music is fan-made, so it's not the Kevin MacLeod song anymore. Yeah, it's effort, alright, hence why I really don't have much of it yet, because it would be effort. Like, someone would have to just put in the effort to make that music in the first place. So I got my gem here. So the tower was where exactly? I mean, it was close by. Tower was, where was it? It was up there. I knew it was close by. I don't know if there's going to be a way to turn off the boss music. So I don't want to have two music tracks playing at the same time. I don't know if there's a way to actually turn it off. This. Yeah, FL Studio is really advanced. There's just so much you can do in it, it's crazy. Okay, this is the boss egg, right? Alright, so that takes care of that. So now we can start the boss fight without worry of boss music lag. And now I can do the for real. It's a vanilla volume setting. So it actually affects those custom music tracks too, right? Alright. Go. Where's the boss? I see him! There he is. There's Creep. Okay, I can just kind of shoot him from a distance. And likely be perfectly fine. I can kind of just take him from a distance. That should be okay. Let's see if Great Blade would actually be feasible to just go in with. Maybe. Could go in with the Great Blade, actually, if I really wanted. As long as those green projectiles don't hit too much, that could be arranged. Just to really be safe, I'll probably go back with the gun. Quite literally speaking, that's a banger, alright. No pun intended. Well, we'll see what this guy drops. Yeah, I think I was just doing more damage with the Great Blade, in all honesty. I honestly think that was probably a lot faster. I'm probably not getting in close enough to just jump crit. I'm not getting in. I'm not gonna get close enough. Yeah, this knockback is just making it really hard to get up close. I'll probably just keep on fighting from the distance here. I'm gonna lose my shield soon, so hopefully this fight just ends soon before that falls apart. Yeah, the shield's not gonna last for that much longer, even. Well, no more shield. Gonna have to make do without it now. And then just go and craft a new one. Also, a deal with Unbreaking 3 on it. Can I just get the last couple of hits in with this looting sword? See if I can even get close enough, or is this not going to be feasible? One more hit. Got him. Oh, speaking of exploding staff. Wait. Okay, I can still pick it up. Nice. Speaking of exploding staff, we just got the staff. And there's my creep statue. Right, so nothing else even worth picking up at all. So we will write down the location of this place in case I want to come back here for another fight against this guy. But I probably want to bring an even better shield. Or maybe just bring like multiple, perhaps. Because I didn't think he was going to go right through my Unbreaking 3 shield like that. I wonder if it's still as powerful as it used to be, that staff. I'm probably going to have to try it out still, some other time. Let's just get out of here now. Knockback resistance, that would be a good idea, actually. that's what I think it is, up there. Might be a tablet. There's one that just grants in general increased resistance against damage. Don't know if it said anything about knockback, though. Explosives expert. That's a trader right there, so... I know this guy is also important for just getting one of the Realmstone tasks done, so I'm gonna quickly make note of where he is, too. Because he's also relevant to just getting all dimensions unlocked. Just seeing what else he sells. Not much at the moment. Piece of armor and some TNT. Both sells it and he buys it back off you. I don't know what's stopping you from getting on right now. I don't know, maybe you're on a tablet and someone else is hogging computer, perhaps? Go for another boss. That'd be funny. Which one would I pursue next, though? Who would I go after next? That I'd stand a decent chance of beating. And definitely have to keep that staff. Gonna definitely keep this and just use it later. Just see how really good it could be, perhaps. I got like one more unstable gunpowder. The Rudendor one, Clunkhead. That would be interesting to go after. He drops a very good sword, and so does Horon, actually. I mean, Horon and Clunkhead both really interest me because they have some very good sword drops if you get lucky and hit them. Or I could start using this. If the 3.2 attack speed ends up really being that much better, then I could just switch over to using this permanently. This is definitely up there for one of the better swords. I think we have to at least give the sword a try. I think we at least have to test it out and just see how good it could maybe be. So I'll also take some emeralds out because I want to make durability enhancers. So runium, and wherever I keep the glass. Where the hell do I keep my glass? I keep it in here. I want to make some more enhancers quickly. My runium, and that's just a bit of redstone. I'll make 8 of these. Now just put the rest of the redstone back away. The emerald. And now I might want to consider looking for more emeralds, or just perhaps, I don't know, turn these blocks into item form. Put them out of block form, that would make sense too. So I want to do some enchanting real quick here. So I can already give it Unbreaking 3 through that, and Sharpness 5 through this. That's not in this game, though. Also, how do you get Sweeping Edge? Quickly. I mean, I'm still interested in maybe getting Sweeping Edge. I need to just make a weight enhancer. and a speed enhancer. Weight enhancer, I think you need gold for that. I'll put these away for now. So weight enhancer quickly. And the rest of the glass I kept here. There's none that protect you against it. There was the resistance against damage in general. I didn't really hear anything about just a knockback specific tablet. Didn't hear anything of the sort. And sweeping edge 4. Let's just add that on there as well. Let me see if I can also find fire aspect in here. I remember blaze powder was involved in that recipe. Blaze powder showed up in that recipe, or was it blaze rods that showed up for fire aspect? No, it was a bucket of lava. Lava bucket. And then just this thing. Now, excuse me, I need to just quickly gather lava from somewhere. You need a nether star and a gas tier to make that. So now I need to just find some lava somewhere. Now I just quickly need some lava. And then I can get fire aspect 2 on this thing as well. I can get like all the nice enchantments now. I see that chicken's still here in the nether. See, the chicken didn't go anywhere. Right, so that's going to be my lava bucket. Now I just got to get back up to leave. Makes me kind of wish I just spawned closer to the actual lava. Makes me spawn closer down. Because then just picking up the lava would be a hell of a lot faster. Right, so we can get fire aspect 2 with this now. Oh no, because let's just make an even better sword. Let's just show off exactly what this infusion table is capable of. Let's just really show off what it can do. Oh, I got the bucket back. Of course, I'd get gunpowder from killing the Creeponia boss. It would only make sense anyways. So we're really gonna have to just take the sword out for a test spin, just see how good it is. Yeah, I think there's probably some serious potential in here with the 3.2 attack speed. Now, where would be the best place to just go and test it out? Okay, I'll see what else I have to do, what other bosses there are. I beat Creep just now. So I'll have to get into Vox Pawns and ideally get myself a face mask too. Preferably one with mending on it so it just doesn't just fall apart too soon. Still really don't know about King Shroomus. If he still has that fast healing, then he's still going to be a real pain in the ass. Unless I just totally cheese the fight. Then there's Clunkhead. If I still have to find all these Rune Templar rooms, that's just going to take a long time to find them. There's two bosses in Berkasia, Skeletal Army, I don't know if I can still fight them right now. How do you spawn in Skeletal Army these days anyway? T-Slide, if you're still here, like, how do you spawn in the Skeletal Army these days? Like, did that change? Yeah, it still says something on the wiki page about Ancient Orb, which you can no longer actually obtain. Caillou's used to drop this, but now that's just been relegated to some unused item. And then there's a boss that I also could not fight in survival before because you could not actually get the bone horn by legitimate means, so I know pretty much very little about Tyrosaur. And there's still like all the bosses in these dimensions. I'm probably not really going to go near Cotton Candor with like a 40-foot pole until I feel really confident about going up against them. Right click on army block. With just with anything? Or I could just maybe putz around Grekon for a bit and try and find a haunted maze. I probably won't fight another boss this stream. I think I'm gonna at least look for a haunted maze though this stream and see how my luck with that is. I'll probably at least get set up for it. I'll do preparations for Bane, but that's about it. I'll do preparations, but probably not much more than that. So first things first, I do want more night vision to help me out here. So I'll make more of the old classic potions. Classic night vision potions I'll make. Yeah, Quadraxis was certainly one of the more confusing bosses. For sure when I was playing Prime, too. I mean, I forgot most of the details on how I fought him and actually died the first time against him as a result. Then, once I remembered what to actually do to fight Quadraxis, he went down pretty easily. I just threw away my health potion. Accidentally tossed it in front of me. Did I almost die on the Boost Guardian? Did this even actually do anything? Wait, where's the potion effect? It's supposed to be lingering. It's not doing anything? Crore rematch. I still would rather go after the bosses I didn't kill yet, as opposed to just fighting all the bosses I already did beat. I mean, I already have a Crore statue here. Yeah, and more just... I'd prefer to go after what I haven't fought yet. I'll probably take 4 of these potions with me, and then just leave the rest behind for a trip elsewhere later. Alright, so Grekon having a Realm Stone just still feels pretty funny to me in all honesty. Because it's simply used to not have this. That was during the first attempt. I then did a second attempt later and actually beat him on that second try. I'm trying to think which items are those that are so big. Right-clicking the crops. I still feel like just exploring Grekon right now. Yeah, some of the statues, but I didn't notice anything else that really did that, though. Definitely some of the statues would do, though. Alright, so I'm ready to go back into Grecon. I just want to find a haunted maze and then probably just call it a night. I'll start by going west. Wish me luck. Now I'm gonna have to test this light's way out, see how good it is. I think I might be able to get used to this. Apparently attacks at double the speed that the ordinary swords did. Might be able to get used to this thing. Just gonna have to figure out how to click fast enough to get the most potential out of this 3.2 attack speed. Man, this sword is making pretty good work of these guys, to say the least. And I can still set them on fire too with fire aspect. Sword's still kind of pulling its weight. It's just it might probably take time to actually get used to a sword with a different attack speed. Considering I was just always used to having them on 1.6 speed. Light's weight is actually double that. So now I just search for a maze at this point. Wait, is that like... Yeah, it is. Like, 2 rune shrines directly next to each other. Almost perfectly lined up, too. Yeah, 2 rune shrines pretty much, like, right next to each other. Spawned in super close to one another. Well, once we find that, that is. Well, if I just keep on running around, it's gonna show up. I have no idea when it'll show up, though. I might just actually focus on running. What's this? I can't fight these guys. Well, they're trying to kill me, but I can't fight them. My hunter level's not high enough to take those guys on. Drink a luck potion. That's not going to help me find structures. I mean, IRL. I don't even think that exists in real life. If it does, maybe it's actually just some scam. I don't know how I'd actually make something like that real. Like in the real world. I don't know how I'd make that work. It's a scam if it fails. If what fails? The luck potion or just the attempt? Well, I don't know. all these mountains surrounding me, kind of makes it hard to really just get a good look at what's actually around here. You know, I got like mountains everywhere here. Yeah, I just forgot just how mountainous a dimension Grekon is compared to a lot of the other ones. We got some huge mountains here. Like, Grekon pretty much resembles an extreme hills in some places with how it generates. Yeah, here I'd be able to get a pretty good look if there are any structures of importance. Speaking of important structures, let me get a closer look. Let's get a better look inside. Those are leaves. Okay, I think you can break these blocks. Pretty sure these are breakable. Yeah, they are indeed breakable. So that's a haunted maze right there. We just found one. I don't know if there's like a third story to this place, or if it's just 2 floors up. There's something called a haunting table in here I'd like to find. I also want to see if I can actually pick it up. If I can pick that up... No, it's kind of still stuck in place, this thing. Haunting table's not going anywhere. This isn't that far a walk from spawn. So I think I'll just take note of this haunted maze location. So yeah, haunted maze in Grekon. This is where I go just to prime my Ghulasm. So I could just use it to spawn in the boss for this dimension. But I said I was really just going to do that some other stream. What other uses does this have? Its only use is to summon the boss. Only use of Prime Ghulasm is to summon in the boss Bane. Serves like no other purpose. So like 8 minutes in and we already found what we were looking for. So I'm probably going to start heading back at this point. Make the Haunted Idol. I probably have everything on hand to at least make it. I probably have everything to make the thing. That I'm pretty sure I can do. I'm pretty sure you just have to toss it on the ground anywhere in Grekon, and then the boss spawns in. Not sure when I'd actually go and use it to fight the boss, though. If I'd maybe do it, like, literally the stream after, or maybe later. How do I even get to Grekon? You have to go in through the Abyss, which you had to get into through the Nether. And it requires you to actually spawn one of the bosses in the Abyss, known as Elusive. And then you have to just use some Nightmare Flakes on it. Specifically, you have to right-click the real Elusive with Nightmare Flakes. The boss clones himself, and if you just right-click the clones, it's not going to do anything. You gotta actually get the real one. And yeah, this dimension used to not even have a Realm Stone. It was just get a Realm Travel ticket, buy it off a Portal Master in Mysterium, and then go to Grekon through Mysterium, but that had its own problems. Definitely, like, not tonight. Possibly late tomorrow. I'm probably going to be busy for a good part of the day tomorrow, most likely. Alright, I see a floating rock here. I'm assuming the Lotto Man's up there for this dimension. I remember the Lotto Man spawning up in these rocks. Haunted Lotto Man. Oh, I can buy a treasure box off him. I'm gonna go do that right now. Yeah, you still use, like, the vanilla portal if you want to. The vanilla portal still works, though. And I just went in the old-fashioned way to the nether. Sure, you can craft the nether realm stone, but I still prefer just going in the old-fashioned way. As in just making a portal out of obsidian like you always did. And then just laying out the flint and steel. That was always the classic way of getting into nether. And what it would look like. I have to be sure I can survive the lava, though. Well, maybe. I'd want to be sure I can survive the lava first. And then I consider it. Yeah, that would certainly let me survive. I might already have one just lying around as a spare. If I did, then I would definitely use that. Oh, there was another haunted maze here. There was one closer by, just sitting right here. I don't think I should actually die in my hardcore world just trying to get that portal. Just trying to get that realm stone, it probably shouldn't kill me. I don't think it can go that badly. I mean, I'll definitely keep my Caillou staff on hand as I go and do it. Alright, so there's the portal out of Grecon. I really don't think it could kill me. Yeah, first things first, I gotta find lava in the first place. Yeah, because without lava, then honestly, yeah. We couldn't even go there in the first place without lava. And yes, I have a fire resistance potion, which I will definitely use. So blank realmstone while submerged in lava. I just gotta find lava now. I'll probably go down here. I'll head down here for it, most likely. Yeah, I can probably just follow through these tunnels and just likely find lava in no time. I'll probably just be able to run into lava down here without even trying. Just gonna look at the task again. Throw out a blank realm stone while submerged in lava. Just to double check I read it right. Gonna see if this counts as being submerged in. I also have ender pearls I can just toss to teleport straight out of lava. There's no way this can kill me. Even then, I think this makes me immune to lava damage outright. Yeah, it does. So throw out while submerged in lava. Yeah, that makes me outright immune to lava. Fire resistance. Yeah, I can just walk right in and nothing bad will happen to me. Yeah, just hop right in. Still on fire, but nothing was actually happening to me. I wasn't taking any damage. Just wanted to double check that it actually did make me immune. I had an inkling that it did. Yeah, that's even better than I initially thought. Oh, full lava immunity. Not just partial, but full lava immunity. I mean, I really did overlook that potion. Yeah, it's full immunity. I honestly overlooked that. Just to see what this portal sounds and looks like. If I step in, what happens? Glowstone portal shows up. And if I hop in, I leave immediately. Yeah, it pretty much does look like the same old portal. Looks exactly like this portal, just a bit bigger now. It's better because you can enter instantly and don't have to wait to just either get in or out of the nether. Don't have to wait to escape. Okay, I left the rest of the ghulasm here, so this should be craftable. Now what if I put these the other way? Unstable if thrown. I assume this only works in the Grekon itself. Honestly, I don't think you missed much. Just got talked into making this haunted idol. I'll probably only consider using it next stream, if I feel like I'm up for the boss fight against Bane. Right, so before I do head out, if there's anything I need to look out for in fighting Bane, just let me know right now. Just let me know if there's anything I need to keep my eyes peeled for. Filled with the spirit of Bane, the Haunter. I'm assuming this only works in Grekon. Alright, so Haunted Idol. I'll probably just keep this somewhere safe until I'm actually ready to use it up. I'll leave it here. So I throw this in Grekon and then I have to get ready for a fight. Then we'd have to be ready for a fight. Not just public domain sounds. I'll leave it at this for now. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with what I got done. I can definitely take a break for the rest of the night.